Hey everyone, welcome back to the Reclaim Your Crown channel. Today we're diving into a topic that's often misunderstood, being obsessed with yourself. But before you jump to conclusions, let me clarify. I'm not talking about arrogance or vanity. I'm talking about healthy self-obsession, a mindset where you prioritize yourself, your well-being, and your personal growth. Because the truth is, when you focus on becoming the best version of yourself, you not only improve your life, but also positively impact those around you. So let's get into it. Here's how to be obsessed with yourself in the healthiest way possible. Let's start with the big question. Why should you be obsessed with yourself? Society often tells us that focusing too much on yourself is selfish. But think about it. If you don't prioritize your happiness, your health, and your growth, who will? Being obsessed with yourself is not about ignoring other people's needs. It's about making sure your cup is full so you can show up as the best version of yourself for others. When you're confident and secure in who you are, you radiate positive energy, and that makes you a better friend, partner, and even coworker. Write down one thing you love about yourself today. Start focusing on the positive instead of the negative. First things first, being obsessed with yourself starts with self-awareness. How well do you actually know yourself? Most people go through life on autopilot, never taking the time to reflect on who they really are, what they want, and what makes them happy. So, grab a journal and start asking yourself some deep questions. What are my core values? What makes me feel alive? What are my biggest strengths and weaknesses? The goal here is to truly understand yourself at your core. When you know who you are, you stop seeking validation from others because you already have that inner clarity. Take some time today to write down your thoughts. Self-awareness is the foundation of healthy self-obsession. Get to know yourself. How can you be obsessed with someone you barely know? You need to spend time with yourself, like actual quality time. Ask yourself, what do I love? What makes me happy? What am I passionate about? Most people walk through life without really knowing who they are. They let other people's opinions shape their identity. But you're different. You're here because you want to take control of your life. Start with some self-reflection. Journal your thoughts. Meditate. Spend time alone without distractions. The more you learn about yourself, the more you'll realize just how incredible you are. Here's a hard truth. You're not perfect. And guess what? You don't need to be. Being obsessed with yourself means loving every part of you, the good, the bad, and everything in between. Think about your flaws for a second. Maybe you're too hard on yourself. Maybe you procrastinate. Maybe you're not the most social person. Whatever it is, stop fighting it. Instead, say this: I accept myself as I am right now. When you embrace your flaws, they lose their power over you. And the crazy thing, the moment you stop worrying about them is when you start to shine. Let me ask you something. How do you treat yourself? Are you kind to yourself? Or do you criticize yourself constantly? Being obsessed with yourself means treating yourself like royalty. That means eating healthy because you deserve to feel good, exercising because you deserve to be strong, resting because you deserve peace. Stop waiting for someone else to treat you well. Start treating yourself well now. Here's something that will change your life. The way you talk to yourself matters. Think about it. If you had a friend who constantly criticized you, would you keep them around? Probably not. So why would you let your own inner voice tear you down? From now on, talk to yourself like you would your best friend. Replace "I'm so stupid" with "I'm learning." Replace "I can't do this" with "I'm figuring it out." Your inner dialogue shapes your reality. Make sure it's a positive one. Confidence is a byproduct of being obsessed with yourself. But let me clarify something. Confidence isn't about being the loudest person in the room. It's about knowing that you belong there. Here's a tip. Stop shrinking to fit into spaces that were never meant for you. Take up space. Speak your mind. Stand tall. When you walk into a room, remind yourself that you have just as much right to be there as anyone else. Now, let's talk about comparison, one of the biggest roadblocks to self-love. We live in a world where social media constantly shows us highlight reels of other people's lives, and it's easy to fall into the trap of thinking you're not good enough. But here's the truth. You'll never be happy if you keep measuring your worth against someone else's achievements. Instead, start comparing yourself to who you were yesterday. Track your personal growth, celebrate your small wins, and focus on becoming 1% better every day. Remember, the only person you should compete with is yourself. Unfollow accounts that make you feel insecure and start following those that inspire and uplift you. Next up, take care of your body. Being obsessed with yourself means treating your body like the temple it is. Exercise not because you hate your body, but because you love it. Eat nourishing foods, get enough sleep, and listen to your body when it needs rest. Taking care of your physical health has a direct impact on your mental well-being. When you feel good physically, your confidence grows and you start to show up differently in the world. You become more energized, more focused, and more in control of your life. Start small, go for a walk, stretch in the morning, or drink more water. Remember, consistency is key. Let's talk about your mind. Mental health is just as important as physical health. Being obsessed with yourself means protecting your peace, managing your stress, and taking control of your thoughts. One of the best ways to do this is through mindfulness. Whether it's meditation, journaling, or simply taking a few deep breaths throughout the day, mindfulness helps you stay present and grounded. And don't forget to set boundaries. Being obsessed with yourself means saying no to things that drain your energy and yes to things that make you feel good. Prioritize your peace and don't apologize for it. Being obsessed with yourself also means being obsessed with your goals. What do you want to achieve? Where do you see yourself in the next year, 5 years, or even 10 years? Set goals that excite you and break them down into actionable steps. But here's the trick. Don't just focus on the end result. Fall in love with the process. Celebrate your progress no matter how small. And remember, your goals should align with your values and passions. Don't chase dreams that aren't yours just to impress others. Dream big, but stay true to yourself. Finally, being obsessed with yourself doesn't mean isolating yourself. In fact, it's the opposite. When you love yourself, you attract healthier relationships. You set boundaries, communicate your needs, and surround yourself with people who respect and support you. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs a little self-love reminder.